Sean Connery is basically a living legend in Hollywood, but it's been decades since he last took a significant role in a movie. So what drove such a talented and respected actor out of the spotlight? And could anything lure him back? Connery hasn't appeared in a film since 2003 when he starred in The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. His absence was noted over the following years, but Connery kept quiet about his future plans, which left fans wondering whether he would ever return to acting. Finally, in 2006, he said that he had officially retired, confirming his status after receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award from the American Film Institute. In a 2007 interview with Heat Vision, he reaffirmed that he truly was done with acting. At this point, it could be argued that Connery doesn't have anything left to accomplish in Hollywood. He had already established a long-lasting legacy, and retiring when he was ready rather than continuing to make films solely for the money is a decision worthy of respect. After all, what could really top being James Bond and Indiana Jones's dad?
What did you find, Dad?
Me. Illumination.
Connery never explicitly stated the reason for retirement, but it seems that a number of different factors led him to decide it was finally time to hang up his hat. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was panned by critics, and rather than picking up one more role to end his career on a better note, he chose to follow his initial instinct and walk away. Connery was very frustrated with his experience working with director Stephen Norrington on Gentlemen, even saying that Norrington should have been, quote, locked up for insanity. Connery has since explained that he did his best with the role, but knew that the entire production was going off the rails, and that critics and audiences alike probably wouldn't be too pleased. He even claimed that he got heavily involved in editing in an attempt to salvage the end result, and while his efforts may have helped somewhat, the film was still considered a massive flop. Connery walked away and has never looked back. Having struggled on the set of The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and taken his subsequent decision to retire, one offer did pique Connery's interest in returning to the big screen. He was contacted by Steven Spielberg, who spoke with him about reprising his role as Indiana Jones's father, Dr. Henry Jones from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Guten Tag, Herr Jones.
Connery seriously considered Spielberg's request for him to appear in Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, but in the end, he decided it just wasn't worth coming out of retirement. And although he did hold some creative differences with Spielberg as far as the character and the proposed direction of the plot were concerned, more importantly, he didn't want to deal with the pressures of acting again. In a statement on his website, Connery wrote, "If anything could have pulled me out of retirement, it would have been an Indiana Jones film. But in the end, retirement is just too much fun." There was actually a time when it seemed like Connery might stage a career comeback, and he even implied that it wouldn't be totally impossible for a director to lure him back in front of the camera. However, he has made it clear that doing so would require a serious paycheck, quipping to the Scotsman that he would almost need a mafia-like offer I couldn't refuse to do another movie. But now it appears that this window has closed for good. According to Connery's longtime friend and fellow actor Michael Caine, Connery has shut the door on any potential offers. In 2011, Caine told The Telegraph, "He won't make another film now. I just asked him. He said, no, I'll never do it." It seems that Connery could not be more clear about the fact that his acting career is long over, despite the sizable paycheck that he could probably wrangle from the right production. Although some of his fans may hold out hope that there could be another film on the horizon, it looks like the chances are slim to none. He may not be interested in going before the cameras, but Sean Connery has made a small exception to his retirement from acting: voice work. In fact, you can hear his distinctive voice on a handful of projects that have been released since his retirement in 2003. In 2005, Connery returned to the world of James Bond when he provided voice work for the video game version of his 1963 film From Russia with Love. Executive producer Glenn Schofield said Connery agreed to the part for two reasons: because From Russia with Love was his favorite Bond film, and because his grandchildren love video games. Connery also voiced the title character in the animated short Sir Billy the Vet, which was later expanded into a feature film and officially released in 2012. He also served as the executive producer for the extended version, but hasn't been back to the mic for a screen project since. So how does Sean Connery spend his days now that he's retired? Well, he has all the time in the world to spend indulging in his love of golf, which originated when he was filming the 1964 Bond movie Goldfinger.
If that's his original ball, I'm Arnold Palmer.
It isn't.
How do you know?
I'm standing on it.
While practicing his golf game for the film, Connery got hooked on the sport. In his autobiography, Being a Scot, he wrote, "I began to see golf as a metaphor for living, for in golf you are basically on your own, competing against yourself and always trying to do better." Today, Connery's home in the Bahamas is actually located on a golf course, and according to his son Jason Connery, he can still hit a hole-in-one. So while you won't find Connery walking the red carpet anytime soon, you might just catch him playing golf in paradise. It's definitely not a bad way to spend retirement. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.